somebody like spilled something here.
Ew.
I'm sorry.
Okay. That's okay.
Sorry. Yeah, it's probably just water.
Yeah, I hope so.
Like, I don't know what else it would be. I don't think we have like soda here or anything.
Yeah. Oh.
Thank you for riding with me.
Oh, yeah, well, you kept asking.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm sorry. I know that you said that you don't like rides, but trust me, like once we get to the top and you see the view, you're gonna love it. It's
so great and uncomfortable and awkward and all the feelings that this short film wanted you to feel, I felt. I think between the writing and the acting and the singular shot, it all set up the tension and awkwardness really well. It built, and you could feel just the tension between them. You instantly know that this is not going to go according to plan, and that this couple are not well suited for each other, from his dismissal or lack of awareness of her fear of heights to her knowing we know straight away she's going to say no to this proposal. And I think the one shot really helped that. Just, it felt like we were flies on a wall watching this happen right in front of our eyes, how we would actually look at two people having the most awkward conversation of their lives. So I think that shot really made it and really emphasized just the longevity of the awkwardness, and it was really well done.
I loved the dialogue between these two. It just felt so true to life and really captured that kind of nervous, excited energy of a date, and that feeling of like not knowing what to say. And, do you just keep saying random things, trying to make conversation? It just felt so realistic and honest, which I really loved. I was definitely jarred when the guy pulled out, the ring, and, the way that she reacted to it as well had me wondering a lot about their relationship and how long they'd been together and what kind of, what had gone on before this. But I thought, the choice of setting them in a locked Ferris wheel cage for, this experience and this interaction was really great, because they couldn't, leave the setting and had to just kind of be trapped in that awkwardness together and figure it out, which I thought was great.
I really liked how organic this conversation felt. I wondered if this was sort of an improvisation exercise where the actors basically took a premise and ran with it. It felt like it could have been that, and if it was fully written out, it was done so in a way that felt just totally organic. I thought it was a really effective use of its space and sort of the claustrophobia of being in this tiny contained area you can't get out of, especially once the woman in the relationship's underlying fear of being there kind of made itself known. All in all, I thought that this was a really, really effective scene that felt very true to life and very naturalistic.
Such an awkward feeling watching this film unfold. Excellent performances, so real, so natural, and so devastating for the characters. Perfect wardrobe for the roles on a summer day. Clever idea to mount the camera behind them on the ride. It was quite the contrast between the happy sounds of the amusement park and this unhappy, tense scene. I would love to see what happens next after they get off. Such interesting characters.
The scene is sort of cringy. To be honest, right off the bat, I didn't even realize that they were even a couple. I was taking in the information as this was going to be his first move, not his proposal. And you can see that he doesn't really listen and take in the information. The scene just isn't set up for success for him. Who wants to be proposed to with this soggy bum? A part of me still feels like I'm sitting waiting for this ride to be over, and I want to get out of there just as much as she does. I think she's pretty tame in her reaction. I feel like I would certainly be more reactive with my emotions towards this character. I personally don't think I would have remained so calmly.
You could feel the awkwardness between this couple from the very beginning. We'll say man should have been talking about marriage and knowing for sure he's talking to it with a girl, or a girl with a guy, before popping a question. It's kind of a serious thing. You could, like I said, you could feel the awkwardness and knew that this was a mismatched couple from the beginning, where he didn't even acknowledge she was afraid of heights and put her on a Ferris wheel. You could tell right now that nothing was going to go to plan as soon as that happened. I do find it interesting that they used the same shot through the whole thing, and yet it still told the full story without needing to do different cutaways. It was interesting to use one shot to tell a story because it kind of gave into the awkwardness that we were feeling, where you're not cutting back and forth. Just that one long shot makes it feel really, really awkward, especially as he gets down to propose, and you know right away she's going to say no. This is a couple that clearly didn't know each other, and it was written that way, and the direction and the acting showed the full awkwardness of it.
Great idea, great premise. I love the way we just soak in that awkwardness right after he tries to pop the question. They really just let it breathe and take its time there, and you could feel it. And you just start wondering where it's going to go from there. And it was all played out really authentically. Nothing felt too forced here.